NA and EU pride type of thing in chat because obviously both teams are from separate regions and more than
Oh,
likely their
EU versus
fans
NA coming out.
are, yeah, there we go, here it comes. I think it's less of it's gonna be less of a my favorite team is. It's gonna be more like, oh, that team's European. Oh yeah, they're my favorite team now. It's just kind of how it works in the world.
It's official. Tag could 1 versus 5 anyone. I'm actually excited to see this.
So I'm checking out the Merc load-ins right now, and it looks like Spookify is going to be playing the Engineer, and Codes is going to be playing the Nader role. So.
Oh, that surprises me. I didn't expect Spookify. I expected Spookify to maybe play a Fragger or even a Nader. I didn't expect him to be doing the objective role, because you would have thought like you'd try and keep one of your primary lineup on the Engineer role, because just knowing what to do in the little situations is so important, and just how you play that Engineer can be what dictates how well you do in a match. That said, Terminal isn't really Engineer focused. It's more about getting that wipe and then getting the plant. Obviously, it's very important for the defuses, so maybe it's not actually going to be as much of an impact as what you would expect on a map like Whitechapel or Bridge. But yeah, I didn't expect him to be rolling a Engineer by any means. We are actually changing maps. We are about to get started, and we are going to be rolling straight into it seems.
Now, I'm curious. Okay, so. Okay, yeah, so there's a little bit of concern about the pings in chat and also someone level shaming about Hard Up being level 70. But just to give a big notification to all the Europeans who are talking about the ping, we actually are playing on a UK server. What we have done is we have made sure that we take the average ping of each team and we find a server that suits them best in the middle. So if it's a lot of East Coast players in the US and there's a lot of Europeans who ping high to certain East Coast servers, we basically just move it over to the UK because both teams are going to have a much more equalized ping. So actually, ping is not going to be a huge issue. The Europeans actually only have 110 to 120 ping. Lightning with the highest ping of 128, which is very suitable. Actually, one of the Fate members has 120 ping as well, and they all are in the higher 80s as well. The only person who doesn't have a high ping is Codes, who probably lives by the server. But it's definitely going to be much more fair than forcing anyone to play on a US East.
Again, this is a best of 3 lineup. It effectively works out as well. So what we could do for
UK server.
This isn't a UK server. This is definitely an East.
I guess it is because they do have West Coast players. So yeah, technically, my bad. When there are all East players, we will be playing on UK servers. But I didn't realize that some of the Fate members are actually West Coast. So if New York East is the best compromise between the teams. You know, you just have to understand that we're trying to make it as fair as we possibly can for international play. And 120 ping is definitely much better than anything that's in the 200 plus. So I think it's minimized to the point where we don't have to really, you know, focus on that as a huge factor.
But it's not even focusing about it. I mean, let's be honest. Like, we're limited in how much we can actually do when it comes to the ping and stuff. We want to try our best, obviously, to make sure that the games are as fair as possible. This is just one of the downsides of having international tournaments. However, we want the most active community that we can get, and we want the most players and teams that we can get. And unfortunately, right now, there's not enough to actually be just doing individual tournaments. So we're going to make the best out of it as we can. Anyway, the match is about to start. We are going to see F8 on the attack, Tag on the defense. We're seeing a fairly standard setup, Merc-wise, from both teams. So I'm interested to see how this works out. That said, we are going to see a Nader on the attack, which we don't often see, to be honest. And straight off the bat, it looks like F8 are doing quite a wide split.
Yeah, I'm going to actually watch from Codes here with the Nader, see if we can get some pressure on them and push them back.
Airstrike comes straight out on the stairs. That's a strategy we haven't seen for a long time. We normally are seeing a Artie or a Kira taking the place of that Skyhammer on the defense.
I switch over to Hard Up, and right as I say that, he gets his nade blocked by Spookify, who runs right in front of him and ends up getting killed. That said, Spookify is going for a flank. Not really well timed with his teammates there, so he gets taken out very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Lightning now, who's up on top of the balcony here as Nader. Doing a lot of good damage there.
Shots.
Yeah, direct hit on Jay, just over the wall there. Things are looking really good for Tag after that first push.
Yeah, 2 players of F8 down for 10 more seconds. It's going to allow them to clean this up, make sure they can just solidify their hold. And if they're unlucky, Codes is going to get long spawned. Yes, he is.
Ooh,
24
Codes,
seconds
what a
on
mistake.
the clock.
I was
This is
expecting
really
him to
gonna
kill
move
out
this.
right there. Apparently,
Same.
unaware of the spawn timer there. Missed it by literally 1 second. We got Lettuce pushed way up here as Sawbones. The medics are actually together.
The C4 has blown up the side route, which means that we can see Tag go for a very aggressive hold up here. Luckily for them, we have seen Cynic's been able to hold that lobby control for a little bit longer, which means that they may be able to get the repair onto that generator. But right now, Tag are looking like they're in a very strong position. Providing they can push through to that lobby and prevent this repair on the generator, they will be able to go for the forward spawn camp. And that said, the fight's coming out and it's looking fairly fair. We've got 3 versus 3 left on the field, all with full HP.
And Lightning just continuously shutting down the medic fragger combo. Actually, Lightning on a huge kill streak right now. Finally goes down to Cynics as soon as I switched to him, but I think he was on something like 3 or 4 kills.
Thinking?
Takes the last one there with the martyrdom. I don't know, you know, that was an interesting play by Cynics. Decided to
A little bit of pressure gets on your back, and you start making these little mistakes, and this is what a lot of the games can come down to.
So now we got
especially
Jay here.
when teams are so evenly matched.
Yeah, Jay choosing not to make the mistake that Coates did, and he respawns with his team. So we got Fate on another full push here. And let's see. Raz is actually being just incredibly aggressive by himself, trying to 1v5 the team. I think after the, I think that was the 3rd time he's tried that and failed. Maybe he'll be a little bit more cautious this time around. So I'm gonna watch Lightning once again.
That said, timing-wise, like unless you actually do a full aggressive push after you kill that fragger, like it's not gonna make too much of a difference. You're gonna be back up before they actually get everybody back in play again anyway.
That is true. Nothing more hilarious than watching 2 naders trying to nade each other at point blank range and the nades just bounce right off and do no damage.
Just Spookify left. He's Spookify. It's 5 seconds left. It looks like no, Raz has made the mistake of pushing out. He could have actually waited a second and let Spookify put himself on a long spawn. Doesn't matter anyway. 5 players for F8 are back up for this attack. We're actually seeing a fairly decent split once again. The generator was repaired. And Spookify on his own is going to get taken out most likely. But no, he manages to take out Raz, and that's a huge play. He gets his turret down. Is he going to... He takes down... Letonza? That name just blanked my head completely.
I'm just going to call him Ledu.
So they managed to wipe most of the tag guys, but really poor times on the actual clock, which means that they are back up again. And don't get me wrong, they have got balcony control. And
they are going to get some good progress on the forward spawn, and Spookify is going to get a knife kill on Raz there. For getting him down. He's going to get another kill on Lightning. Lots of kills for Fate. This is Fate's opportunity. They got
this is it.
Tag on a 5-second spawn. They got plenty of time to plant. So they're going to have to deal with the spawn wave coming up. Not sure if they capped the forward.
Not a bad plant. No, they haven't capped the forward yet. They're playing it perfectly. So, unfortunately, the time of the actual C4 was also pretty damn good for these, which means that if they don't take the forward spawn, Tag are going to spawn at that original spawn at an awful time when the C4 blows if they can't get this defused.
Jay
is coming out.
Jay on a kill streak gets 4 kills. Make it 5 kills. He's going to turn around and maybe kill the Aura unless the Aura get dropped. Wow, I'm glad I was specking Jay right there. Completely wipes out the majority of Tag. They're getting on the defuse, though.
Spookify switching out to Artie. Just going to put a little bit of damage on it. It looks like it's going to go. If Tag get wiped out now and they get the bad respawn, this is going to be devastating for them. There's going to be no hold after this wall. It looks like F8 may actually suicide with the bomb.
Down 2 players, but I mean, I think they're just happy they actually...
They got the good spawn,
yeah.
Luckily for Tag. I mean, they were so close to, like, the timing on that C4 could have almost left them held at their first objective, and then you wipe them out. You've got 25 seconds to get in and get both plants. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still worked out good for F8 because they managed to avoid any hold after the wall. So overall, it's working out in F8's favor. It wasn't extremely perfect, but not bad.
Just a very good turn of events for Fate there on that push, and at least they didn't have to worry about trying to break that choke point. If they had let Tag have the opportunity to get set up as the wall blew to try and hold them from actually crossing through the wall, they probably would have been down a couple more minutes. But in the end, you know, I think it worked out very well for Fate. So I actually got Spookify taking out Lightning here, just leaving Letu at the back at the objective, and both Raz and his medic are up on the stairway. So it would probably be an ideal time for Spookify to push that last guy over there. Maybe just not is a little unsure of the numbers there. He actually sees the combo out of his peripherals, but
spooky.
I mean, I see the combo out of the peripherals, but he does not. Unfortunately, probably playing with 5 FOV. It's just the kind of thing with comp players. Nice sticky grenade from Lightning there up on the balcony. I'm actually going to watch Lightning with these sticky grenades here from Fletcher. They're hyping up Lightning's Fletcher play here. It's probably going to destroy this healing station that Cynics has set up here with codes.
He's using the shotgun with Fletcher as well, something that we don't see very often. Like, Fletcher, in my eyes, is not like a super strong merc, but he's super annoying, isn't he? Like, just them sticky bombs, like, you just don't feel like you can push around the corner, and then that shotgun can just one-hit you. If you get, like, let's be honest. Like, you want to say skillful shot, but if you get a lucky shot, it's just going to destroy players.
Yeah, that said,
gets the bomb down on one of the objectives.
And it's a long spawn for Tag currently, so they got 2 players out, 3 players out on a long spawn. They're going to get a double plant here. They're going to have plenty of time to get set up and get comfortable here. Just leaves Raz by himself. He's going to catch a long spawn. Oh, he gets lucky there. If they kind of delayed that kill, they probably could put him out on a long spawn. So now it's up to Fate and how they choose to defend this. See where they're setting up. They're playing pretty far back. Spookify's dropping the turret to cover the A container there.
I know Spookify's been playing the objective, but I mean, just look at his points. Like, he's really showing his mettle here. He's been able to take out quite a few players at decent times. He has made a few mistakes that you wouldn't have expected a pro player really to make. Like, just dying at silly times and being in silly positions. But when he actually is in point,
going on a triple there. Oh, actually kills Lightning.
Wow.
My bad. He kills the engineer, and I think the engineer got Gibbs, so they're going to be down engineer. This might actually cost them the game. One blows up, and I don't have time.
Lightning might get there just in time.
No, we got codes on the. We got codes up on the balcony with Nader. He's going to get one. Oh, a little bit.
Perfect. Nearly. There we go. This is going to. Oh no, they got the defuse. I didn't see.
Yeah, unfortunately, he switched targets there and started shooting Lightning when he could have just killed the engineer on the defuse. But a really big play from codes, at least. At least clearing it out so they could get a successive plant right away.
It's an extra minute on the clock just from a couple of bullets, you know, so it definitely makes all the difference.
Yeah, Fate putting a lot of pressure on here. Lightning's going to hop down and get killed almost instantly. He's skipped out, so now it's just on Alex L, who also gets killed. Lots of damage coming out here. Going to check out Hard Up here, actually.
Hard Up and Codes are just wrecking in face right now. And we've got one more spawn that they need to defend. It looks like Hard Up's actually got his back turned.
So I'm going to follow Lightning here. He's leading the way as the engineer. I don't think he wants to do that. He really needs his fragger combo to clear it out for him. But Hard Up and Codes once again racking up the kills.
So it's not the time. All the players are down. That is it. This objective is going to blow, and that is a really respectable time. My maths is absolutely atrocious. Was that like 13 minutes? No, 8 minutes. What was I thinking 13 for? 8 minutes and 28 seconds.
Yeah.
The second objective time is absolutely amazing time. That was really good. And the fact that they actually managed to come back from losing the side generator on the attack on the first objective, like so well. F8 just did an amazing game. They played really well. And if you just look at the kills on the scoreboard, they were out fragging as well. It was just a dominant performance from F8 and Spookify just topping that scoreboard. Something that I didn't expect to see, but congratulations to Spookify. Fingers crossed that they are able to manage to match that kind of really good play that they had on the attack, on the defending side. But I think on the defense, that's when your team play really comes into a question, more than it does on the attack, because on the attack, you only need one really good push. So I still think that Tag have got the upper hand on this map overall, and I'm excited to see how Tag decide to push his first objective. We are going to see a Lightning Nader yet again, who I'm going to be following from, because we always want to see where they're going to start spamming at the start. So yeah, let's get straight into this.
Yeah, Fate kicked it in a high gear after a little bit of a rough start, so we're going to see if Lightning has, or not Lightning, but Tag overall has an easier time getting this first objective out of the way and being able to capitalize on the momentum that Fate got from having such a well-timed plan on the first objective here.
Cold's playing Rhino inside the balcony area, which is going to be devastating. We've definitely seen F8 do almost the same strategy that we saw last time. They're almost ignoring luggage completely and just putting 5 people on this one side, which I think is an amazing play, really, because sure, like, you lose luggage and you lose yellow, but you're not really that vulnerable from luggage or yellow when you're on this side anyway, so.
Yeah, that was actually just a great showmanship of teamwork right there. All of Fate, exactly, and it's always the Rhino play that confuses people who aren't used to playing against it. Now, we have seen a lot of Rhino play on this particular objective in the past. However, it almost makes taking the balcony an impossible task. One thing that I was really looking forward to seeing is the use of Red Eye on this map. Yeah, he's got a turret, he's got a healing station. Basically, it's an impenetrable fortress up here on the balcony, so.
But it's so tempting. It's like, come on me, bro.
That said, Raz is actually able to hide behind cover here and cap the forward spawn. Gets a kill on Spookify, gets a kill on Hard Up.
Codes from the balcony being able to clear off that forward spawn. Like, Codes has gone down. Like, Cynics needs to go and get the revive. He is going to be able to get it, but is it going to come at the wrong time? Oh, it's that area has been cleaned up. The balcony is more than likely going to fall. The turret has been moved. The balcony has been lost, but we are going to see Spookify run up behind. Is he going to be able to get the kill onto Raz? Spookify, what are you doing, son? You stood right next to your enemy. Totally ignores him. Finally goes in.
He's actually going to be able to delay this, though.
I know that it's just crazy.
Spookify racking up the kills with the MG. Just mowing down all of Tag, who's unable to contest him on that MG. Spookify actually just clutching that. Tag had a just clear opportunity to plant. Unfortunately, Spookify, even though he made the mistake of not being able to see the player right next to him because of his 5 FOV, which we discussed previously, Spookify is just playing absolutely phenomenal right now. More kills for Spookify.
I was going to call out Spookify for making a silly play by going on to that. I thought he's going to get turned on right now, he's going to lose his face. But really, like, because it worked the way it did, I have to call out Raz. Like, Raz, what were you thinking, son? Why didn't you turn around and kill the guy gunning down your guy on the MG nest? Oh, that was an hilarious play. It's one of those plays that come out every now and again. Not even every single game gets a funny moment like that, but I think that's going to be highlighted at some point.
So it looks like Tag's making some more ground here at yellow side. Unfortunately, they're going to get pushed by all of Fate. Hardup takes out Alex L with a nade. Lettuce goes down to a TK from Lightning. And we still got Codes up here taking out Raz from such a range that it's a little bit obscene. Now we just got Cynics left here holding down the fort. He's going to get a revive on Hardup.
But the attack is coming up now. It looks like these players are blind. All these players have got really bad vision. They really need to go to, what do you call it, an optometrist? Is that the word?
Optometrist? I'm not quite sure.
Well, it doesn't matter, that Rhino's just going to go there instead, you know? Like, I'm just going to be the pain in your arse.
Exactly. So we just got Lightning left by himself. He at least catches a short spawn. I think that he wasn't paying attention there, but he just lucked out. It literally just hit 0. But yeah, I think this Rhino's definitely throwing him for a loop. Not to mention Spookify playing out of his mind, being the substitute player for Fate. Or the backup player, at least. He has played with Fate in the past quite often.
Fate are looking really strong here. I mean, they're already way ahead in time. I mean, if you plant the C4 now, it's still going to be less than 2.5 minutes on the final objective. So when you look at it like that, you're looking at about 1 minute and 30 before you actually get the bomb down. So really, like, Tag, if they want to make anything work here, they need to get that C4 planted in the next couple of spawns. Once it reaches 1 minute and 50 seconds or 1 minute and 40 seconds, I can't remember exactly, you're basically out of time. So
yeah, I'm trying to switch to Tag players' POV. As soon as I switch, they just instantly die. Fate is doing a great job here. And I'm not sure why they keep trying to push this Rhino here on the balcony. They've killed him a couple times, but the amount of times that Rhino comes out on top.
I think what Tag's got in their head is like, what we want to do is he wants to take that forward spawn. We want to hold that forward spawn and we want to just be a pain in the ass. But whenever they go near it, like, the Rhino's just like raining death from above. Like, I do feel like you just need to ignore the Rhino. Like, maybe you need to have a red eye on the field. I know that it's a little bit too late now to be changing up what you've got, but
okay, never spectating the Rhino again.
They needed something else, and it just wasn't here today, unfortunately. And
yeah, they do get a plant down on the objective. They were able to sneak a plant there. Got enough pressure on the objective, or on the balcony itself, that the rest of Tag was able to push up, take yellow, and get the plant down. So we just got Codes here. Is actually getting kills from across the map as Rhino. I'm not sure how that's working. They're getting the defuse.
Just tap fire that. Just tap it, tap it, tap it.
So once again, a clean retake from Fate. And unfortunately, because of the amount of times my sound is bugging out, I am not going to be spectating Codes anymore because of the Rhino MG.
Kill all sound, but
yeah, I need to bind kill all sounds to a button.
I didn't even notice. I must have been being blind, but the C4 was diffused.
Yeah, actually, Codes got like a couple kills up there from across the map with the minigun, which was a little bit absurd, and Spookify just walked right in and defused it without any contest.
I'm just really happy that we're seeing some spreads to the meta. There's only 1 minute and 50 seconds left.
Lightning actually getting like 3 kills there with Nader nades, and I was surprised. I thought that was gonna be in a Tag cure laser, but it was actually Cynics choosing to do the cure laser. Takes the laser, points it over the wall, so it cuts right through the wall and kills the guy trying to plant. So, interesting tactic there and very effective.
Anyway, guys, it is no longer physically possible for Tag to actually be able to beat F8 on this map right now, so F8 are going to be progressing. They're actually going to play each other again very soon. We are going to look to see if there are any other matches that we can cast, or we may actually just stay in here. It really depends on what's ready to actually play moving forward, but that was an amazing match. A lot of people in the chat are looking a little bit kind of disheartened that Tag lost, but F8 really came out there and showed what they're made of, and they played amazingly, and Spooky Fry really carried his own weight there as the substitute for F8. Tag played well, but I just don't think that he was prepared to deal with such a strange strat as a Rhino in that corner, and they didn't change up the strats enough. And looking at the team comp that they could have actually rolled out with the mercs that they've actually taken into the match, and to be honest, there wasn't really that many options for them. I mean, they didn't even have a Red Eye or anyone that could actually do the AoE there apart from the Fragger with his nades, and that would have required basically saving up 2 nades to go in there full ham. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them. F8 are going to progress. Tag will be playing these guys again very soon. But Tag have now got to obviously beat them twice. F8 just need to beat them one more time, and they will be progressing into the second stage. So yeah, have you got anything else to add, Inferno?
Yeah, I mean, I think the as far as Tag goes, obviously they're an experienced team from ET, but there is, you know, there's a